5:39 on your election night. One of the big questions we are expecting is when will we start seeing the results in Georgia, and when could we see a winner?
That's right. The 2020 presidential election took days to call. The question here, will that happen again? Zach Merchant, member of the 11 Alive political team, my co-host at the Georgia Vote. We are in for a very long night tonight. But before we get there, we know that it took until Saturday of 2020 to know that Biden was called the winner. Could we see that happen again tonight?
Yeah, that's a big question, right? And if we all had a crystal ball, or if you're, on social media, you're going to see a lot of people trying to predict the future. The truth is that what's going to happen later this evening, it's kind of a multi-step answer. So let's start with what we do know, and then we're going to get into what we think, emphasis on think, might be on the horizon later tonight. So here's what we can say for sure. Georgia law requires that all early votes be tabulated and reported within 1 hour of polls closing on election night. In most counties, that means we should start to see a lot of the vote coming in by 8 p.m. or slightly later in the handful of counties where polls are staying open a little bit later due to delays earlier in the day. And in Georgia, important to remember, the majority of votes are cast early. So the bulk of results could be reported fairly early tonight if all goes as expected. That's what we know. Here is where we get into the unknown. If one of the candidates ends up running away with it, it's possible we could see Georgia called fairly quickly tonight as those early votes are reported. But if results end up being close, which you shouldn't be surprised if that's the case, given that pretty much every poll has showed Georgians roughly evenly split on who their preferred candidate is. If it's close, we could be in for a long night where we're watching and waiting for pretty granular county by county election day results to come in for many hours. Big takeaway, expect to see millions of early votes reported within an hour or two of about 7 p.m. We can't say for sure, though, what will happen after that. Predicting the future is tough. Smart move. Be prepared for a long night of counting ballots.
We will be ready, and you can follow along with us tonight on 11 Alive Plus as those results start to roll in. We'll be live streaming coverage for the race for the White House, Georgia results, and county by county analysis. It all begins tonight at 7 p.m. as soon as the polls close. Again, that's on 11 Alive Plus.